If we're going to learn about net worth, we need to know what it means. There are basically three components. The first one, probably the one with which you're most familiar, are what we call assets. What is an asset? Well, if you look up a technical definition, it will say an asset is a resource with economic value. What does that mean, economic value? Forget all of that. What do you have of value? Do you have anything of value that someone will give you money for? If so, it's probably an asset. What are some things that you might have? Do you have a car? Okay, that's an asset. Do you have a house? That's an asset. What about a bank account with cash? Well, absolutely. That's an asset as well. Someone would give you money for it. Jewelry, stereo equipment, cameras, phones, all of these things are assets. They have economic value. But in simple terms, you can just think, would someone give me money for this? Now, for me, when we get into it, we'll see I ignore a lot of the smaller ones. If you have some Pokemon cards worth $10, you probably don't need to think about that. Think about the bigger assets. Let's start with that. Your car, your house, your checking account, your savings account. Those are all of your assets. And in the next video, we're going to go through all of that in detail. So now we've got the asset side. Liabilities. What is a liability? Well, in simple terms, do you owe someone something? Do you owe anyone money? Whom do you owe? How much do you owe them? Why do you owe them money? Did you buy a car and take out an auto loan? Okay, that's a certain type of liability. Did you buy a house and took out a mortgage? That's a different kind of liability. Both are liabilities. Do you have a credit card payment due? That's a liability as well. So we have assets, all of the stuff you have of value. We have liabilities, all of the money you owe. Well, if we take the value of our assets, subtract the value of our liabilities, and we combine them, what's left over is your net worth. Now, don't worry, in the next videos, we're going to go through it line by line by line by line, and you're going to see very clearly how this works. But just think, imagine if I sold everything I own for cash, and then I paid off all of my liabilities. What's left over? If it's a positive number, you have a positive net worth. If it's a negative number, you have a negative net worth. So, I'm going to send you a spreadsheet when you sign up for this course, and we're going to go through it together, and we're going to figure this out.